Hey guys, Shayla here. In continuing mental health awareness, I definitely wanted to provide some mental health advocacy. Just want to let you know your mental health is more than just a cliche. It's more than just a trending vibe on TikTok. Your mental health matters. It's literally how you view and feel about yourself individually, providing towards your own emotional self-esteem. And it also impacts the way that you see yourself and fit in the world. So in challenging some of these mental health stigmas, of course, we get a lot of questions. And I was asked at one point, Shayla, what's a mental health provider going to do for me that I essentially cannot do for myself? I said, fair enough. Bet, gotcha. So vibe with me on this little role play, all right? I think as adults, we've had our fair share of redecorating. I want you to think about your mental health, your issue, your concern as a cabinet. So that cabinet is your depression. That cabinet is your issues with food. That cabinet is an addiction you may be struggling with. So when we do some redecorating, we go to Lowe's. This is not a plug for that, just saying. We go to Lowe's. And the role that I play, or the role that your mental health clinician plays, is behind that counter. We listen to where you'd like to see the change. We even ask some questions about how you redecorated last time and how it turned out and what you liked about it and what you didn't like about it. We listen to your needs, your wants, and your desires of how you envision this cabinet. So once we collect all that information, we go find the tools. We head up and down the aisles. At times, we even come back up front, making sure that these tools fit the needs to develop this cabinet, to create or redecorate this cabinet. It's a real collaborative effort. So when we collect all these tools, what we do is we explain the necessity for each one of these tools. I was going to go down this spiel of describing tools. I don't know anything about tools. I don't, but in the analogy I do. So the person behind the counter takes the time to let you know why each one of these tools is a necessity to make sure that you get that cabinet, right? So when you leave Lowe's, you're probably on top of the world. You're probably feeling really good. You got some great recommendations. You got some good ideas flowing of how you are going to create this ultimate cabinet, right? So we go with that feeling. So now we pull into our garage. You are the sole proprietor of making sure that that cabinet gets built. There's a huge responsibility in taking those tools and putting them to work. It serves you no purpose to leave those tools in the car. It absolutely serves you no purpose to take the tools out of the car, but just leave them in the garage. Completely ignoring why you went to Lowe's in the first place does nothing but add more distress. Taking the initiative to go to Lowe's, that was the first step. Being mindful and being an active participant on what you want that cabinet to look like, even better. Now, taking those tools home, this is where the work gets put in. Absolutely. This is where the healing begins. Healing, work, they kind of work together. Absolutely. Now, let's be honest. There's going to be some times you get home, you take the tools out of the car, you take the tools out of the garage, you are going ham, trying to make sure that this cabinet is exactly to your liking. And some pieces just may not fit. Some tools may not be the right one to really get what you're looking for. And guess what? That's okay. Finding an appropriate mental health provider that is able and expertise in the presenting issues that you are bringing to the table, that you are bringing to that countertop, it's important. So in that collaborative effort, you acknowledge that I don't think that tool's a good fit. Guess what? You get to switch it up, and it's okay, because finding the right mental health provider, um, it's imperative. It matters. Your mental health matters. I'm hoping that this little role play kind of gives like a breakdown scenario of what it takes, not only individually, but collaboratively, to make things better. When you put effort into your goals, yeah, your goal being improving your mental health, there's so much satisfaction that can come out of, and so much strength and resilience that can be built knowing that you did that. And no one can take that away from you. This was your mental health tip for the day. Remember, your mental health matters.